Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about old school Excalibur. We're going to cover the first one shot and the first two issues of the series because both of these, it's just one big story, at least for me. All written by Chris Claremont and art by Alan Davis. And for those who haven't read old school Excalibur, you're really missing out because was a fantastic series. It was very different within the mutant side of the Marvel Universe. They really dealt with magic, bizarre stuff, parallel universes, and things like that. And every once in a while, they would battle one of the X-Men villains and stuff like that. But in this story, we have Excalibur having to deal with Technet and the Werewolves. The Werewolves are really interesting villains. They have really sick and sort of really scary powers. They sort of freak me out. So this story takes place right around the time that the X-Men seemingly died battling the adversaries. So each one of the members of what's going to be Excalibur are dealing with the loss of friends and loved ones. So here we have Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler are actually living on Muir Island. Ever since the Mutant Massacre, that they were very, very messed up in both of these characters. In that story, they were living there, trying to recuperate, Nightcrawler sort of trying to get back in shape, like his acrobatic abilities. Even though they're there, he has to still refine them. His fighting skills have been lost a little bit because he was out of commission for a real long time. We have Captain Britain dealing with the loss of his sister. Also, in these first couple of issues, and they really focus on the fact that Captain Britain has issues with drinking way too much whiskey. He's pretty much a full-blown alcoholic. So he has a fight with Megan. Megan leaves the lighthouse, it's gonna be actually Excalibur's base. She goes to Muir Island to check on some of her old mutant friends. Once he arrives, they are met. Nightcrawler and Kitty Pryde are met by the leader of Technet. Her name is Gatecrasher. Gatecrasher has been commissioned by Opaluna Saturnine to find Phoenix, who is Rachel Summers. She's sort of missing in action in the Uncanny X-Men series. I don't remember what happened to her, but no one knows where she is. And Technet have to capture her because she's a menace to the whole multiverse, at least for Opaluna Saturnine. So, obviously, Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler tell Gatecrasher they're not going to help her. She's an old teammate of theirs. And we get the big reveal of the rest of the members of Technet, who have really weird powers. Like, a couple of the members have powers that actually alter the physical appearance of other people, but like in terrible ways. It's like sort of really freaky what they do. And this guy swallows people whole and keeps them prisoner. That's also something really, really weird. Like here we see him swallowing Megan. So we have Phoenix. She's been trapped in the Mojoverse. She's able to escape, but Mojo sent the Werewolves after her to hunt her down. And we're going to get into their powers in a little bit because their powers, as I said before, really freak me out. I think they're really gross. Real fantastic villains. Like, I love the way they're characterized, and that these guys can really hold their own. Especially, they seem to be immune to Phoenix's psychic powers. So Phoenix is having a real hard time dealing with these guys. So she's able to escape. She pops up in London with the Werewolves hot on her pursuit. Nightcrawler goes to Captain Britain. He needs his help to help find Phoenix. Rachel Summers. They have no idea she's already in London. So the thing is, she gets captured by Technet. Technet's ready to go, but the Werewolves arrive. So Technet has to deal with these guys. Also, at the same time, Excalibur arrives. So we have a three-way battle between Technet, Werewolves, and Excalibur. I gotta tell you guys is that I really love Alan Davis's art. Like, the art on this issue and the first couple of issues of Excalibur, he was really on top of his game. I just really love the way he draws. Like this panel here, I just think it's just fantastic. Like it's a real treat to read this series and see Alan Davis's work like this. So Excalibur is able to take advantage of the situation of this three-way battle, sort of get the two bad guys to take each other out. They're able to come out on top. and get Rachel a breather. They go back to the lighthouse, decide to form a team, use some really dumb comic book logic to give the team the name Excalibur. Here we get a fantastic drawing of the whole team. I used to remember one of my neighbors back in the day when I used to live in Culver City was like really, really into Excalibur. And he would always show me his Excalibur comic books. We cut to Excalibur #1. We have this really weird guy. He's part of the Wild Bunch. These old villains of, I can't remember, of Captain Britain's. So the werewolves are loose in London, and what they do is they actually consume the people, their prey, and then use their skin as suits. So you see, once they consume the inners of the people, they're like clothes on the floor, and they just use them like clothes. It's just really disgusting, but in a good way. What's happening is like the werewolves are hunting people down so they can use their skin, and every time they do this, it actually has like a psychic backlash against Phoenix. Like she's not, so you can hear these people screaming in her mind every time they die. Excalibur easily deal with a hostage situation while the werewolves are getting ready to hunt down Rachel once and for all. And it actually steals Rachel's costume. She's going to pose as Phoenix to see, because she's not afraid of him because of her intangibility powers. She's going to hunt down the werewolves and finish them off for her friend. But what ends up happening is that the werewolves like put other people's powers on the fritz. So Kitty Pryde actually is not able to phase through them through their attack, and they actually capture her. The werewolves don't know what's going on. Like they see this woman that's dressed like Phoenix, but it's not the Phoenix, but another character that doesn't look like Phoenix using Phoenix's powers. So they think to themselves, we'll capture both and deal with them and take them back to Mojo. And when they capture people, they're able to put them on their backs and they can't escape. And here's the other werewolves with their costumes, the skins they use on their backs. It's really freaky. And also the way they act and the weird things that the werewolves do, it's just really fantastic. Like when they're back at their base, the things, when they hang out like normal people. So they're just really weird, but I really enjoy the werewolves. Somehow they paralyze Kitty Pryde. They throw her on the floor. They try to consume her, but something happens. They can't, she's not there anymore. And eat her, she just disappears. The other werewolves are just laughing their asses off. It's like, hey, your lunch got away. And also when they get out of the skins, they get out through the mouth. It's just really freaky. So they're able to capture Nightcrawler. But the werewolf that thought he ate Kitty Pryde is starting to morph into Kitty Pryde and losing his mind. And it's just really weird. Like things in Excalibur always have this bizarre inclination that it's just a breath of fresh air when you read superhero comic books. So Excalibur are able to arrive. They're able to defeat the werewolves. And what happened is somehow Kitty Pryde got inside the werewolf. So he gets up. She's able to escape by going out through the mouth. It's just so weird and really dark. Thing is, they're able to stop the werewolves, and they send them to the local zoo. And that's the first big story arc of Excalibur. Hope you guys liked it. This is fantastic comic books. This came out in 1987. I don't remember if I mentioned it. If you haven't read this stuff, go back and read it. It's fantastic again. See you guys next time. Bye.